So today I wanted to show you how to use the Desmos scientific calculator in case you didn't have a scientific calculator at home to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to a web browser, and I like the Google search. I'm just going to go ahead and type in Desmos scientific calculator, and then it should be the first one that pops up. And this is the scientific calculator that you'll get. Now under Math Tools here, you can actually get back to the graphing calculator, scientific calculator, or a four-function calculator. But today we're going to be working with the scientific calculator. So I'll pull this up just a little bit so you can see that. And I'm going to be showing you how to type in some examples from our lessons. First, let's show you the factorial button. Let's say you wanted to do 5 factorial. So you type the 5 button, and then in the function key, you have this exclamation point, which is the factorial, and then your answer just pops up over here, which is 120. What if I wanted to do 9 factorial divided by 6 factorial? Well, I would just type 9, use the function key, factorial, go back to the main screen, divide, and notice it creates a fraction. 6, go back to the function key, exclamation point, and then the answer pops up right here, which is 504. And if you didn't want to hit enter to get a new screen, you could always just come back in here and divide to get the next problem, 16 factorial over, and then just edit the values and you'll get the next answer. If you hit enter, it actually calculates it and creates you a new line. The other thing is you can copy using Control-C and then paste using Control-V, and then you can come back in and edit them again if you really wanted to. Next, we can talk about the permutation formula. For one of our examples, we had the permutation of 8 choose 3. So if I wanted to do that, I would choose the function key and the P permutation key, and I'm just going to go back to my main screen, type 3, use the comma, which is right here by the parentheses 3, and that will give you your answer 336. If you hit enter, it'll calculate it and create a new line for you. And you can do that with any of these examples here, especially when you are redoing the problems. For example, we have the permutation of 7 choose 4, and that's 840. Well, if you go on to the next problem and you just want to come back and delete it and try 20 choose 3, then you can go on to the next problem without doing a whole lot of work there. Next, let's look at our next section of combinations. So let's say I'm trying to find the combination of 10 choose 6. I get myself a new line here. I'm going to use the function key, use the combination, main 10 choose 6, and I have the answer 210. Some of the more challenging problems might be when you're using 2 different combinations, so we can do that in one as well. So let's say I had the combination of 46 choose 2, close my parentheses, times, get the function key, combination again, go back to the main, 52 choose 3, and there is my answer, same as that I got in the previous calculator. For our next section on probability applications with counting principles, I know there was some particularly challenging ones with typing in the birthdays, and so if I wanted to do that, I could do all of that in one. So I would do 1 minus, and then a function key, I believe that was a permutation. Go back to my main key, 365 choose, let's say 10. Close the parentheses, divide by, it makes a fraction, and then we have 365 raised to the, that's the A to the B button, 10. Now this is helpful because we get our decimal approximation right here, and then I can just come in and edit this to 15 and get the next decimal approximation, and then edit it again to do 20 to get the next decimal approximation, and then when we finished with 23 to show that that was where we got up to 50% probability. So this one was actually really simple. Once you type one of them in, you could just go back and edit it very simply. Same with the apples, bananas, and oranges example. If I have the function key, a combination of, go back to the main, 3, 2, close my parentheses, divided by the combination of 12, choose 2, and close my parentheses. I might need to use the arrow key to get over, and then I'm going to add. And did you notice that these are all kind of similar, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Control-C and copy it, and plus copy it, and that way I can come over here and just edit this to be 5, choose 2 for the second one, and then 4, choose 2 on the third one. And so now I have my decimal approximation, and I can just click this button right here to convert it to a fraction, forward and back. And so that's how you can use Desmos scientific calculator to calculate some of the problems in the probability combination sections.